Hello, folks. We are here, Starmetal Productions, for the continuation of Harmony Road, our Pokemon Tabletop United actual play series. Without further ado and rambling, let me throw it over to the wonderful cast members we have with us today. Unfortunately, you see, Arnica is not able to be with us today. So we just have a filler there. We'll get her all caught up for next week. But let's throw it over to Siobhan. Hello, Siobhan.
Hi, I'm Siobhan, and I was also muted. I'm Siobhan. I'm known as Dr. Bubbles PhD, literally everywhere. It's on my business card. I am a game master, veteran player, and a serial streamer. I can be found on Blue Sky, where you'll get updates not only about games and streams I will be in, but also I am showing my wife the Twilight series and live updating the wonderful things she says. Yeah, feel free to follow me anywhere in Instagram, Blue Sky. Technically, I have a Tumblr from forever and a day ago, but yeah, I use she/they pronouns and bring on the chaos.
Did you mention who you were playing today?
I'm playing Kimi Greene, who is far better at remembering things than Siobhan is.
Speaking of chaos, I think that means it's Eris's turn then.
Hi, I'm Melissa, or Honeybee. I'm playing Eris. She is Chaos Incarnate. Yeah.
Didn't you throw a baby last session?
Yeah, normal stuff. The baby had to get there faster.
A baby Pokemon.
Let's
just add context for anyone who may have missed the first episode or may not have picked up on the nuance there, because I don't particularly want Starmetal known as the channel that throws babies.
I figured they'd make them watch the previous episode. Yeah, but if you want context onto why Eris had to throw a baby Pokemon, do watch last episode. It was very funny.
Yeah.
They beat up a guy real bad. It was funny. On that note, hey there, guys. I'm Rayne Grimm. I operate the YouTube channel Fennec Fables. I do some fun TTRPG stuff, including talking about this exact system. This is Pokemon Tabletop United. It's a fun game. It has a lot of interesting little complexities that I think is grand. But I'm going to jump over to Jack because I really want to give my players the full amount of time I can for them to really enjoy talking with Professor Maple, Rose, and Clyde. Jack, what you got?
What do you mean, what do I got?
That was more for you to give your... Oh, that's right, you already gave your intro. Jeez.
Yeah. No.
Nope.
This is on me. This is all you now, Rayne. Take us away.
This is on me. I'm sorry. We were having so many problems with the gremlins. My flow.
Yeah.
My flow is off, guys. Alrighty. But on that note, we finished off last session. Obviously, the players had all been reconvening after Kimi had got a little overwhelmed and way too into discussing Pokemon care, egg keeping and hatching. Isn't that correct, Kimi? And then realized that she was very, very late and made her brush off to go and catch up with her teammates as she tried to text on her, let's be quite honest, ancient cell phone. I'm pretty sure that thing is a Nokia in that little cloth thing with like the little see-through plastic clip. And that got taken off by a Mankey, who then they had to chase down, had some witty repartee, and then traveling on further, we ended up having to deal with quite a lot of Vespiquen, though my players are clever little beasts and decided, let's commune with them, and figured out exactly what was going down, which led you to basically throwing a baby Toxel and completely ruining a guy's day. Very deservedly ruining his day. And as we're now leaving off, we have Professor Maple, the professor of the region, as well as Rose Thorpe and Clyde Newsom, the gym leaders of Autia, who have invited you backstage to catch up, figure out what's going on, and pass on a message to Jack from a mentor. So we'll start there, guys. Just right this way, guys. Just join up into the the room. Jack, I do need to pass on a little note from your mentor.
You mean Hev.
Now, oh, sorry, Hev. It's been a few episodes for me. Forgive me, guys.
Yeah.
But Hev, I do have a message from your mentor. So for the crew for the watchers at home, Hev, would you mind telling us a bit about your mentor figure?
Oh boy. All right. Yeah. So, Professor or Dr. Souls here. Can I bring them up? I don't have the fancy overlay, but I can at least show off their character model here. Yeah. So, Dr. Souls is a professor at what did we say that was Xenos that I'm from?
Xenos, yes.
Yeah, at a university. He is a grumpy old man that is very well entrenched in the old money and old man boys club of the archaeology and ancient Pokemon research community. Deep tendrils in that, and he makes that known to everybody.
That he does indeed. As you've mentioned before, entrenched is probably the polite way of saying that he's a leech. But we're going to get into that roleplay in a second. But yes, so just so that everybody knows who we're talking about, would you possibly be able to pop up the 3 characters that are with you guys in this room at the moment? We have Professor Maple, Clyde Newsome, and Rose Thorpe. Rosetta Rose Thorpe, I say.
don't have a lot of space on this overlay. I can try to squeeze 3 tokens in. This is why I was hoping to get the role.
It's more if you can just pop them up so they can have a quick visual.
We got Rose here.
I hate saying it. Arnica's not here, so we might be able to put it over her thing for just a moment.
So we got Rose here. We got Clyde Newsome. And
looking spiffy.
Professor Maple.
There we go. And I'm hoping Arnica won't mind, but she's not here right now, and we needed the space.
Yeah.
But yes. Do go on, dears. There should be M&Ms and Skittles, separate bowls, and if there are any green ones, tell me. It was in my rider that there were not supposed to be green ones, and if there are, I will lose it. Anyways. And then, so Rose will kind of like beckon you guys into her dressing room. It's quite spacious. There's several couches that looks to be like an armchair that you can just kind of lay out on. And there's like a big table with bowls of various candies, sodas, and snacks. While everybody else is kind of popping in. By the way, out of curiosity, Eris, is your Toxel? It's Wiggles and Biggles, right?
Spiggles and Squiggles.
Squiggles is a Toxel, correct?
Yes.
Is Squiggles still chewing on the egg?
I think.
Can't remember if we gave that off to Kimi yet or not.
Took it.
Kimmy's got the egg now.
Kimmy's got the egg? Okay.
I think.
Well, technically, Bubbles has the eggs.
Okay.
I think Squiggles let it go to injure the guy last session.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yep. I just wanted to make sure I knew that the egg was finally in Kimmy's possession, essentially.
It is mine.
I do want to mix the Skittles and M&Ms together.
Are you trying to do it subtly, or are you just trying to do it brazenly?
I think she would try to be sneaky, but if the roll doesn't go well, she will just own it and be like, yeah, I did that.
Something where like you do it subtle and you get caught and you just stare them in the eye. I guess the first roll of the game is a stealth check for mixing Skittles and M&Ms, which look very similar.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check while she's currently trying to like get people into the room.
Oh, I'm not great at it. That's fine.
This is a form of terrorism.
It's a form of terrorism.
Oh, I've done this in real life. Anyway, I rolled 2d6 plus 1, so that is 7.
It wasn't a hard DC to do. She's not currently looking at you, and she was already expecting there to be sounds of people eating candy. So you kind of meld 2 bowls together. Do you just put the bowls against each other and shake, and then put them back down? Is that what you're doing?
Oh, that's sick. Yes.
I imagine that she just kind of like takes the two. They weren't completely full. She just takes the two bowls and kind of like shakes them together and then thunks them. So there's like a little bit of spillage, but now there's just two fully mixed bowls of M&Ms and Skittles. And these were like peanut M&Ms, so it's very much similar. Oh god. While that nonsense is going on, Rose is like gonna finally kind of enter the room. Clyde is a very shy gentleman, which is funny given his whole aesthetic. So he's just kind of like holding her hand and just kind of like she's checking in on him, especially because they just finished getting attacked. While that's all happening, Professor Maple is going to pull Jack aside for a split second. It's like,
Hev.
sorry, jeez, I'm going to keep doing that today. I am so sorry, Hev. But yes, I have this for you, darling. And she's just going to slide you a sealed manila envelope that has. He literally wax sealed it. And that's just a layer of extra.
Feel like I'm being served. Is there any
Honestly,
chance
that's what it.
this happened to get lost in the post at all?
Unfortunately, no. I'm pretty sure if I did that, he would just ask me to do it again, and I'd rather not.
No, that's fair. All right,
Do you slice it open?
Yep.
First thing you're going to notice when you pop it open is that there is like a signed photograph of him at his latest dig as he's holding up like a Tyrant skull fossil. And then in the note it starts off, Dear Hevard, or sorry, my dearest Hevard, I thought you would like to see what it looks like when a researcher is actually doing their job. We have not yet seen you at a dig in these past few months. And such, it is time for you to turn in your latest update. Seeing as you will not return my phone calls, emails, or carrier pigeons, if I do not see you within the next month, I will have to assume that you've dropped the class. Dearest wishes, you're better. And that's literally the whole thing right there.
Okay.
What's the DC or whatever? What do I do to try to see that is not a welcome letter? To can I intuition? Can I use intuition to try to see if I
so
can
two questions.
figure out-
One, Hevard, are you trying to hide your disdain and or this letter, first off, just so I know before I do anything else?
I mean, there's eye rolls and general annoyance.
I
Alright,
want
but
to
are
know
you-
the level.
Do you intend to show them this, or is it more like you doing it and like not really letting them see it, is what I'm asking? Because that sets the DC, essentially.
Right. I mean, Hev's fairly stoic. I mean, there
You have sunglasses on as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So eye roll doesn't really matter. Slight sigh, that could be anything.
He's sighed a
I'm
lot
going to say
already,
that
so.
he has sighed a lot. I'm going to say the DC on this one is going to be a little bit harder. It's probably going to be around 11, mainly because he's kind of partially turned to you and wearing sunglasses. But this is intuition. Go ahead and go give that a check.
How is a 16?
Well, hot diggity damn. Alrighty. So you beat it by a decent magnitude. I'm going to say that you can clearly tell that his demeanor shifted. Hevard is a reserved gentleman and is pretty good about hiding his poker face, but you can clearly see the stiffening of some shoulders, the quicken of a breath of anger, the flaring of some nostrils once he sees a photograph of somebody. And you can tell it's a photograph just because you can see the back of the paper is that kind of sheen of like photograph paper.
I think Kimi can sense what kind of letter this is, because Kimi is also an academic on a break from like grad school. So that's why I was like, that's why she's looking at this. It's like, oh, it's from your mentor. And she's like, so how far along were you in your thesis before you had your mental breakdown? This is kind of that's kind of the face she's making. She's like,
But yeah, child, I just had to make sure I pass that all along to you. I've let him know that if he wants to come to the conference next month, he does need to RSVP. That way we know how much alcohol we need to have to be ready for him. And you can clearly tell that's like, they don't like him, but they have to. He's a respected person that's earned his place, so they kind of have to let him be there, but they don't like it.
Right. Well,
No,
this was
I do
supposed
have
to
one
be
question for you.
a sort of field research leave.
Field research. What in what field?
Uh, archaeology, history.
That's really cool. Okay. So how far behind are you on your work?
According to the actual syllabus and requirements, not at all.
If you're on time, you're late, Professor. I'm aware.
Something like that.
Yeah. Um, what do we? Where do we need to go? Well, I suppose we should. Hi. Kimmy's like, I'm also in a program, and I'm here because I don't know if I want to be in that program anymore. So, you're among friends. Eris probably hates math.
I'm here. What's a college?
What's a college? I'm glad
Colleges
colleges
don't
aren't real.
exist.
We were both on the same
That's
wavelength for
just
that.
ghosts. That's just ghosts.
I think maybe an extension could be filed that we were fighting somebody with weird stuff. Maybe?
Perhaps. He tends to keep things vague, so it can perpetually be made somebody else's fault if requirements were not met, because requirements were not properly specified. But, no, I don't need to derail whatever is going on here for satisfying an old man's ego. Pride. No, I mean, at some point it would be nice to actually get my hands in the dirt and the sand again, but that is not what I'm doing now. There are other more interesting things that you can research and analyze and investigate that are happening right now that you don't need to slave away many hot, dirty hours of the day for little to no pay or respect.
Like maybe weird sound things that make Vespa Queens go
Yes,
wackadoo?
exactly that.
Yeah. Do we have that thing? Or no, did we smash it?
It was smashed, but you guys did collect it. All the while you guys are having this conversation, the three other people in the room are currently like quietly listening into it all and taking candy from the bowl, and you clearly can see them all being like, "This is mixed." Like they were eating it, expecting it to be a Skittle, and it was very much an M&M, and they're just like. And Professor Maple obviously is being polite about it, but Rose is very much like, "So is he just a jackass? Is that the vibe I'm getting here?"
Probably
Oh wait, I'm not supposed to cuss.
He probably has tenure here.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Tenure. That's that thing where they can get away with murder, right?
Pretty much.
Essentially, yeah.
Do you want me to hit him over the head?
Do you know what they call the lowest scoring person out of medical school who graduates?
A doctor?
Doctor, yeah. That's it. So, C's get degrees.
C's get degrees indeed.
So
I learned early on that college
nice,
was up
you
to
just
me.
have to pass. Yeah.
Right.
Weirdly enough, it apparently seems the more mean you are, the better off you do, which is weird, right? You'd think you'd need to be nicer. Like,
depends on the field.
and the field again was archaeology? And then she kind of because she's looking at you in your full suit, wearing sunglasses indoor vibe, and like, Archaeology?
I don't believe academia is necessarily where I want to focus. It was an interesting subject to study. It has created a fantastic foundation for other research and research protocols, investigations, precedents. But no, for a number of reasons, I am considering transitioning away from uh, digs and research and papers and grants and whatnot.
I mean, if that's the kind of letters I'd be getting from somebody, I would too. Like, that's just rude. Like, am I wrong? Like, Clyde, is that rude? And she says, like, because I'm assuming did you keep the paper out or is it back in the envelope?
I would have folded it back up, put it in my
okay, so they didn't see the actual paper, but it's like, it sounds like he's rude. Like, I'm assuming what he wrote was rude. Retcon. I forgot that you put it back.
Yeah.
But is that how he normally talks to people? Like, because I got the vibe, like, we all get the vibe that made him upset, right? Like, that wasn't subtle.
So, if you're switching majors, as it were, what's your new route?
Well, I don't know if I'm
She's kind of
necessarily switching degree or training, simply professional trajectory.
How did you come to that conclusion? How I'd like what was your moment that suddenly you were like, yes, I don't want to be doing this. I want to do something else. No, just for asking for a friend.
When I find out that you don't get paid for your time or labor.
No, well, that doesn't.
Wait, they don't pay you?
Oh, no. Free public service announcement. Digs, museums. Most interns with anything having to do with history at all are entirely unpaid for years.
Have you considered going into the medical field?
I did, actually.
It's good money. Government subsidy. It's great. Yeah, no. But, I mean, everyone always needs medical stuff, so it's a good job to go into. You'll always have work. About it. It's good. I'm good. I'm great. I'm great. And it's just this whole time, Best Boy just has like his face pressed up against like the side, like her side, just like, I can tell you are stressed. It's fine. We're fine. We're good. We're great.
Well, I have always enjoyed puzzles, riddles, taking things apart and putting them back together. I like to figure out how things work and why, uncover mysteries and secrets. So diagnostics would certainly be fun, but I'm not terribly interested in any of the other aspects.
Yeah, you really have to kind of be prepared for biohazard. That's not the worst part.
Isn't the worst part people dying?
Yes, objectively, it's hard, but it's more the societal expectation of having everything together all the time. Maybe
Honey, heard.
But we're fine. There might be a switch in major soon. But we're just figuring it out. That's why I'm here. Because people come here to get answers for stuff.
That they
hey,
do,
you like
darling.
puzzles, Hevard?
What's Eris doing all this while the adults are talking?
What other like candies or foods are out and about?
So there's like a whole fridge that's like a clear glass front. It's got like all sorts of sodas. There's like some beer and stuff on the bottom. There's clearly like seltzers. You can clearly see that it's a mixture of like fruit juices and things in there. To the side, there's like a bunch of different like guitars and like basses. There's like a makeup area where it looks like she was putting stuff together. There's like a little wall with like different sorts of like jackets and vests and leather pants and accessories and all sorts of stuff. This is essentially her dressing room where she gets ready for events.
And the adults are otherwise occupied?
The adults are currently otherwise occupied unless they tell me something different.
No, we're talking about school.
Cool. I clocked that beer.
Oh no! Oh no! Remember, this is supposed to be PG! PG-13 at the most! No!
Yeah.
Eris, no!
What's gonna happen if she's 14 is she's gonna take a sip of it going, I've seen adults drink this, and then just go take all
I
over
don't know
top.
if this is something we can get away with representing on screen. Jack, what are Twitch rules on children?
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
goodness.
know, but I'm sure that must have happened in the Pokemon anime at some point where you do.
Well, they absolutely had alcohol in the thing.
Yeah.
If they could turn a
I'm willing to roll stealth, and you can make.
Well,
me
we know that
spy,
you're
and then
great at
somebody can be
that.
like, hey, no.
So
Well, currently
well,
they
one
are
thing
now
is
actually
it.
actively paying attention. They are actively paying attention to people in the room now. So I'm gonna let you know the DC is going to be a solid 14 because
I
there
don't even know
are
if I can
people in
hit
the room.
that.
we'll see
It's
where this
2d6
scene
plus
goes, and if we need to do anything, we
Yeah.
need to do whatever. But just
We'll
to have
get
it
there.
said, quick disclaimer: Starmetal Productions does not condone
Condone
underage drinking.
underage drinking.
Underage.
No.
Okay. I did
Clearly,
not
those are
look,
adult beverages.
But
What'd you get?
10 on the die plus 1, so
10 on the
11,
die?
which is pretty good. Well, 10, 4 plus.
Oh, the
6
2
is
dice. Sorry, you said a die. I was like, wait a second. This game uses D6s for skill checks. Wait a second. So
Yes.
11 total. The DC was 15. So it wasn't a monumental failure. I think what you see happens is you go in. You're like, there's adult drinks in
hey.
here. And I think what happens is you go to reach for it and do that thing where you check very obviously to see if you're being watched, and you fully catch elderly grandma, mother, Professor Maple energy giving you that look of just like, I can't properly do the look. You guys know the exact look I'm talking about. The one of like,
Hold on,
touch
hold
it
on.
and you're going to be getting.
I worked in childcare for 20 years.
You got it? That's the look. That's the look right there. That look of like, Kyle, what you thinking? Best be thinking again.
Yeah.
And I think, I won't speak for your character, but I assume they might reach for a different drink like they were going to be reaching for that anyways.
She'll like full have her hand on the beer.
Yep.
Lock eyes
Lock
with
eyes.
Professor Maple and be like, and then grab a soda.
Talking about, oh, ghosts aren't real, about to become a ghost. Anyways, with all that said, we'll talk about academics later to both of you guys. If you need references and you're planning on changing things, I can talk. I got people. We can talk about this. But anyways, that all aside, what was that guy's whole deal? Because obviously, we were trying to not get attacked there.
Yeah,
The
bad guy's whole deal?
Yeah, he got picked up by the officer crew, Officer Jenny, and all the other police officers. I just say Officer Jenny because everybody knows there's Officer Jenny. There's always an Officer Jenny. But yes, he got picked up not too late ago. You guys did, to my knowledge, grab his stuff off of him, so you currently are, I believe, in possession of his lock case, which was discovered and figured out by Eris and their technology education, the Wild Child. You had magnetic boots. You got a broken helmet, which I don't believe you guys had fully identified, and you did take the broken megaphone speaker. So you should have all that, to my knowledge.
We have the thing that was doing stuff.
The stuff?
But yeah, we have the pieces of it at least. We sort of smashed it to address the problem at hand. It felt like the right call.
The comb
That's what I would have done. I don't know why I just made her Southern for a split second there. It's what I would have done with it.
Good at. Hey, Hevard, you like taking things apart and putting them back together.
Yes.
I-
Are you gonna lay it out on the table?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll take it out and move the contaminated bucket of candy aside. And lay it out on the table.
Poor Clyde is currently there with like a third bowl as he's trying to separate the candy.
Eris
Real.
grabs a handful of like the mix and just eats it, just all mixed together.
I think you.
I think you visibly see him cringe, like physically recoil. On that note, jokes aside, are you guys trying to discern a bit more about this bit of tech?
Mm.
Yeah.
If you'd like to do it as a group check, you can.
I have some good tech skills, despite being absolute chaos.
You need to know how to make things work to make them malfunction.
I was about to say, or you are an iPad kid.
That also
I
is
have
true.
I have expert in technology.
Yeah, they're technology proficient. Were you guys trying to do this as a group check?
I don't know how much I can contribute, but I think between my two smarty pants and the other departments, we could probably do
Essentially, what's going to happen is it's going to be you guys are going to roll together, and then we're going to divide it by 3. So essentially, you're helping. I believe that's
Okay.
how group checks work in this game.
All right, so
Okay.
this is rolling with tech.
Yes, so you'll be using Tech Ed.
Tech ed.
I am pulling
That's
up
a
the
lot
thing
of
to make sure.
ones. Oh no.
Oh, we don't like to hear that. Well, I do love to hear that because it means
I have 2d6 plus 2.
That's 7. On 5d6, I got 7.
I got 8 on 2. Jeez.
I got 4 ones.
well. This is why even having a high skill check means sometimes things go bad.
And I got 6.
Alrighty. 1 second. 2. All right, so I need to write that down. My second. So what was it again?
It'll be a 21 total.
21 total. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
I need to just double check that. Pardon a second. 245.
So it was a 7, an 8, and a 6. Is that correct?
Yeah. Pardon me. Sorry. Trying to find the thing because I had it in my head and I forgot it. So, anyways, while you guys are futzing about that, how exactly are you trying to discern? What exactly about this thing are you trying to figure out? Because that also is going to inform the information you receive.
Well, I suppose when I said take things apart and put them back together, I was not speaking quite so literally, technologically. This is a bit beyond my scope. But the what were they? Vespid Queen and Combees?
Combies, yeah.
Combees, yeah. The Combees and the Vespa Queen were quite agitated by this.
It was sound. It hurt them. It made them agitated. They
So I imagine this has to operate on some sort of subharmonic frequency that triggers some sort of effect. The question is whether that is limited to simply the Vespid Queen and Combi, or if other Pokemon or even people could be affected. But ours weren't. I didn't seem too agitated by whatever this signal was. So it must be directed in some way.
I was about to turn, like, she does turn to Best Boy and goes, "Did that hurt you?" And I have my channeler always up with Best Boy.
Yeah. So I do remember that correct me if I'm wrong, the other players, I do distinctly remember mentioning that it did hurt their ears, but it wasn't, like, putting them under any sort of control.
Okay.
Though the reason behind that, you do not know the exact example behind. And now I remember why I was having confusion, because there's 2 ways of doing cooperative skill checks. You can either roll as a group, and I just basically set the DC and it's basically combined, or you can have one major person doing it and everybody else gives half their rank to the person doing the major role. So I did do it right. It was just me trying to remember because there's 2 versions of it. So the total was 21. I set the DC as 15. So unfortunately, I don't think you guys met the full maximum DC. So what you're going to figure out is essentially that it is very much something that operates on, you're assuming, some form of subharmonic, because obviously you guys couldn't hear it, but Pokemon could. Your best guess is that it somehow affects the brain of Pokemon in a nature that basically you're gonna guess it has to overstimulate something on them. You guys are getting partly some information because you already have some of the information because you spoke with the Pokemon already. Your best guess is that basically it affects their brain in, while not giving them a command, it effectively affects a part of their brain that is essential to what they want them to do. In this case, it attacked the part of their brain that basically has aggression, and it basically just directed them to be angry, and so they would attack the thing nearest to the thing that's making them angry. So you're guessing that this is some form of, while not perfect mind control, it does look like it's the start of some form of mental control.
It's like influence as opposed to control.
Exactly. But it does look like this thing was rather roughshod, so that might be something they're getting better at. But this is kind of like the assumption. Basically, I'm rewarding the fact that you guys already got partial information, but you didn't get enough to like really get details on the full function. Does that make sense?
So here's where Kimi can step in then, because she's not good at tech, but she's good at Pokemon.
That she is.
Would she be able to know, like, it's a pheromone, or it activates, like, a certain instinct in Combi when they hear certain stuff, like, roll with Pokemon education?
I will say, in this instance, do you remember what your role for the tech ed was?
An 8.
Did you want to swap your role and try to do a Pokemon education role instead?
Yes, because that would be...
Because that feels like an appropriate thing of like you trying to discern this and applying your own relevant information.
5 plus 2, 7 plus 4 is 11.
So that would change it from the 21 to, because it was 8, 9, 10. That make it 23. All right, so that puts you a little bit closer.
It'd make it a 24.
It'd make it a 24. Did you want to spend an AP to make it a 25?
Yes.
You can spend your AP on your thing. Just remember, it refreshes at the start of a new scene. I'll let you know when a new scene happens.
Okay.
On a 25, you are sure that this is not a pheromone activity. This is not a projector that does anything off of pheromones. Though you do think, now that you're kind of thinking about the pheromones, that they were targeting the Vespiquen specifically, and the Vespiquen were the ones that were controlling the Combi. So they basically targeted one action to cascade down the line.
Yeah. She's gonna like, as we're like talking about this, goes, it's tuned, I suppose would be the best word, specifically to Vespiquen, because she gets to tell everyone else what to do. So they don't typically leave their nest, and it made them come out. It was making them act out of turn and calling on the troops that didn't need to be attacking anything. So they know Pokemon very well to know that they only needed to be tuned into one to have an army.
Right, I get the sense this was some sort of prototype. When I was inquiring more directly, he did seem to have a sort of... He was under the impression that this was some sort of test. For him, the device, the scale of what was happening, I'm not sure. But there was, he's supposed to report in about a week's time. He's supposed to meet with somebody, but that's about as far as I could glean.
Where is he meeting them?
I saw images of the Repel Tower nearby. Interesting that they would choose that location, given the motions broadly at the scraps on the table.
How they using? What is the tech that is making the rappel tower work?
The rappel towers, so you are all the region. This is just some general education. You guys aren't going to need to roll for this. This is something that you approximately know. Essentially, rappel towers work in a very similar fashion to subharmonic frequencies. Basically, it's the equivalent of having that little nudge in your head where it's like, ow, that kind of hurts my ear. I don't want to be around it. For those that are listening to the show, for those that don't know, there's a thing called the mosquito tone that a lot of businesses will use because only younger people can hear it. And so it keeps away young children from businesses late at night. So in a very similar fashion, it works that way on Pokemon. But this one tends to affect only Pokemon that are above a certain strength. Mechanically speaking, levels is how it operates, but in the fashion of the world, it just affects Pokemon with a strong power level.
So it's a sound.
Yes.
Kimmy's like, you see horror wash over her face. She's like, they're gonna meet at a rappel tower? A giant speaker? Oh, that's great. That's great. I love that. That's so I think we need to figure out who these people are before that week is up. Or else that's gonna be really bad. Really bad. That's really bad.
So are you telling me that these guys are going to try to turn those into that?
You saw what that thing that size could do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently freaking out as well, honey. This is not good. Those things are everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Every major city has rappel towers. That's not good.
No! That is...
Pardon me, and then she's gonna walk over to the fridge and just pull out a big old thing of whiskey and just flip the top and just pour some shots for the adults in the room. Who here's above 21?
No. I'm going...
More for me then. She's gonna have herself a quick shot and put the bottle back. So, Auntie, what are we gonna be doing here? And that's Rose speaking to... This is the downside of having too many NPCs in a room. That's Rose speaking to Professor Maple, who all this discussion has been currently, like, listening and kind of, like, taking some notes on her own phone. You can, like, she has one of those little stylus pens. So, do you have anything of his that wasn't broken?
I got boots.
I have this helmet, but it is
So
worse for wear.
it is worse for her, but like it's clear that they got some good stuff. Like those obviously look good. So this is obviously a prototype because like they're the clear distinction between the helmet and the boots, where it's fully functional, it looks good, it's not just slapdash together. It looks like something that's been machined properly, compared to what looks like a megaphone with some bits and bobs tossed onto it. This isn't like some guy in a garage. Like, this looks like somebody that actually has a machinist shop of some kind. Like, is that me being a little crazy here? But
this is
like,
presumably an organization of some kind. I mean, he literally had branding on his uniform.
what do you call himself again?
Gearhead, something like that.
Wait, Team Gear?
Team Gear.
Team Gear?
It was a really sick logo on his breastplate.
Did
I
it look
spent
like
a lot of
logo
time
was
working
so
on that.
Kind of looks kind of like a cog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like also a G. That's like really cool.
Thank you very much. But she's kind of like she has this little face where she kind of has that like forlorn face of something that's remembering something. It's like, we had a break-in a couple weeks ago over at the research station. Somebody took a bunch of egg carry cases, and
I don't love
we
that.
saw that symbol on like the outfit. We just thought it was some random ass black outfit.
I don't love that. Do you know egg just the cases, or did they take any?
So for you, something you would know is like basically people that are like professional breeders will typically have like an egg case. It's basically a way of making sure the egg stays secure when it's not being held or carried. So they took like medical grade egg cases, like the ones that are like, this is fully heated, cooled, you can adjust the humidity. This isn't just like a secure case. Like this is like medical grade.
I don't love that they.
This
What
was
is the
about 2-3
hatchery?
weeks ago. So we just thought they were just taking it to resell. Like, like we figured it was just people grabbing shit.
If they. I was. We might need to go check out the hatchery I was at earlier, because that seems like a really good distraction.
Yeah, I think. All right. She actually like literally flips, like she slides to like go back to us, like passed off the note. I'm gonna make sure I don't have to deal with him for a while. I checked in with the guys. Mendel, you got Mendel, good. You guys got your egg. Did you guys got your goodie bags? I can't remember if you got your goodie bags before I split. The sleeping tent and the stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yes,
This is basically her going through her list because she's like, I need to go back to my job because this is now more serious than I thought. That's the vibe you're getting. It's like, yeah, I need to go back to my lab because this is more important than I thought this was going to be. I don't mean to be rude. You guys were lovely to hang around. Ghosts are real. Ghosts are real. Like, this is not a...
No, they're in horror movies.
Ghosts are real. Hevard, it was lovely talking with you. Tell the professor it was lovely to speak with him and that I don't want to see him again. I'm kidding. Don't tell him that, but you know what I mean. Anyways, I've got to go. Mendel will treat you well. He loves it when you jiggle him. Like he loves that. But I need to go because I got to go. And then she just kind of like, you can see her like calling for a ride. And she's like, makes a quick exit.
There's a bike, a scooter, and a skateboard right outside if you need.
Do I look like somebody that rides a bike?
There's a skateboard.
I never want to assume anyone's capabilities.
Honey, I made it. I got a car service.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's less her being like rude and more just like being playful. It's like, why would I want a bike when I can call it?
Like, yeah, no, that's right. Cars exist. I just bike everywhere.
I'm a 60-year-old woman. I got a car service.
Yeah, just.
So she's gonna make her exit on that note because like that's obviously something very important that she now needs to get context for. So you still have Clyde and Rose there. They're less able to add. It's like, we're really appreciative of you guys helping us out. Obviously, this is something we're going to have to go and contend with. We need to go and check in with people. This is more of a break to check in on with you because for those watching, in this world, gym leaders function in a official capacity. They're not a mayor or anything like that, but they are community leaders. So they will, in events like this, they do go out and just check in on the community. But we need to go and deal with the havoc, make sure people are okay. Is there anything we can do for you guys before we go? Like, can we give you anything? Like, do you need some help? Like,
Xanax.
honey, got you. Third drawer on the right. It's behind the makeup box. Obviously, don't tell somebody that I gave you prescription medication.
Theoretically, in 1 year, I could write it for myself. she goes over and is just like, is there a paper bag somewhere? She's freaking out a little bit because now...
I got plastic ones, but I don't think you're supposed to do that with plastic bags.
No, ill advised.
You can try anything once.
Technically,
Please keep an eye on them in this room. Actually, I'm gonna actually at this point, I think I'm gonna ask you guys to leave my dressing room. Yeah.
I would like to go check the hatchery that I was at when I was running. I was rudely interrupted by a Mankey and running after it, and that is why I was so late, and I was not late previous to the Mankey. The Mankey made me late.
The Mankey made you late?
But she's lying.
Okay.
Because she was late to the thing, but she was
Oh, no,
already
no, like,
late when the
this is more like they're confused by your story. That was like the Mankey
Yeah.
made you late? Because like that was a weird detail for them.
Yeah, no, a Mankey stole my phone. It was his
That's-
Mankey. Where'd that Mankey go?
They took the Mankey with them. It's
Oh, that's right.
even if somebody that's been arrested, they still would not take their Pokemon like away. Like they've taken the ball, but they're not gonna like take the guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways,
Can I grab
His
a
yeah.
Mankey stole my
handful of
phone.
M&M
We already-
Skittle mix for the road?
honestly, just take the whole thing. They like the bucket that Clyde was sorting it is now just like it was like a little plastic thing for a trash can. They just dump the full thing and they just like, here you go. If you want to mark down that you now have bait, I'm going to count that as bait. Because that is an item in this game for catching Pokemon as bait, and I'm just going to say you have two things of bait. Anyways, for your helps with the city, while this doesn't count toward your official like badge count, I feel like I gotta give you something for helping us out. So she's going to give each of you guys an Autia badge. I don't think we have that thing saved for the group, but anybody that's watched the little thing that looks like a butterfly, that is the Autia badge. That is 2 music notes that looks like a butterfly because that's Rose's style. So if you guys want to mark down that you have the Autia City badge, it will not count towards your badge count for like official matches. You still have to fight her, but you do have it in possession. It grants you the soundproof ability if you have it equipped.
Oh. We might need that.
You might need that. She wants to give you guys something, but she doesn't have anything else on her except those. So yeah, this doesn't count toward your official badge count. You actually do have to fight me to have it count. But here, take this. I'm glad you helped us out.
This is the badge with the bell.
It's the badge that looks like a butterfly.
It looks like a.
It's the 2 music notes.
Ah, there it is. There's our badge.
And now all my friends have soundproof. This couldn't be any better.
Oh no, you're about to.
I'm very proud of that badge design. I thought I did a pretty good job on that one.
I love.
It's a heart, a butterfly, and 2 music notes. I think I did a good job. But yeah, so on that note, she's like, I'd love to have you here, but that child tried to get into the liquor. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. And we need to go do stuff. And you're basically like getting ushered out while one of you is carrying a trash bucket full of M&Ms and Skittles.
It's Eris. Eris has the bucket.
Yeah, she has the bucket of and then they're going to like, thank you. Like, so those are just free to take. And then so Clyde gets on the skateboard and she grabs the scooter and they just kind of scoot off. We'll make sure it gets back to somebody. Bye. And then they kind of dip.
I don't know about you guys, but I think we should go make sure the hatchery isn't missing any eggs because they have a bunch of egg holders.
Just to make sure that I was clear, Professor Maple works in a different city, and that's where her lab originates from, and they had to break in at her lab in a different city.
Yes,
Just to
but
make
the
sure I
incident
clarify.
happened in this city, so that's where Kimi is.
Totally understand. I just want to make sure I was clear on the details, just in case I muddled it there.
Yeah,
We do
so
also, some of us have Pokemon at the Pokemon Center currently.
That
yes.
happened an hour ago. They should be all healed up.
So
As long as
Is
they
there a
didn't
route we
have...
can take that hits both.
Yep. As long as they had less than a certain amount of injuries, it only takes about an hour for them to heal. So if you have your Pokemon, they are... If you want to go grab them on the way out, you can grab them. They should be fully healed.
Sick.
What would you guys like to do? You currently have a bunch of different things to operate off of.
Well, let's go get your very loud, overwhelming, precious bean
Precious.
back from the Pokemon Center.
We don't have to
This is
roll
great.
for that one. You can just go ahead and pick them up. If you wanted to go to the breeding hatchery, you can do that. Did you want to go do that, guys?
I would like to at least go just with my own eyes, know that nothing is missing, and also clear my name that it was not me or my Chansey who has a proclivity for acquiring eggs.
How many eggs did they try to get away with during your
I
flashback?
think it was like 4 or 5. So like she
Yeah.
just wants, honestly, if there are eggs missing, I want to show up and go, "Oh my god, there's eggs missing. It wasn't me." Kimmy's
Returning to the
nervous
scene
enough.
of a crime is what criminals do, by the way.
But also, if
She's a
if they're-
doctor, not a psychologist.
if they're a team that has like enough money to be like machining like equipment and stuff, they could just be purchasing eggs. Like remember that he said like, oh, this one's a really, really expensive one. Like they may have the funding to just
We could also
Okay,
try to
or-
see if they would give us names of who they go to.
Their
because
client
of
list.
what we've discovered. Yeah.
Or specifically
Or any of us
breeding,
particularly turn. Yeah.
Specifically breeding what, Hevard?
or specifically breeding their own eggs.
Mhm.
I imagine with this prototype, this subharmonic sound system, they may be trying to better refine, breed a specific Pokemon or lineage of Pokemon who would be more susceptible or more
Hmm.
precisely coerced.
That does sound like
I-
a clever bit of ideas there.
Baby. No, please hold on. Apologies.
Is your cat
I
eating
step
it?
away first. She's. Oh, okay. She has discovered my bag of yarn.
So on that note, I will say that you're good.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
If your cat is eating the yarn, you do have to at least show it to the people at home. That
I
is
know,
the
I'm like, hold on.
process.
She ran right over when I acknowledged her. So here we go. Here's Thimble. Cat tax.
Cat tax.
You seem so pleased that you have been snatched away from my bag of yarn.
So on that note, we're going to say that you guys decided to make a pop off to grab your Pokemon. Anybody that had any Pokemon, they are fully healed. As long as they had 3 injuries or less, they have all their injuries removed. They are good to go and everything has been restored. Any of their daily moves have been restored as well. This is going to be a new scene, so anybody that spent any AP, that has been reset. You guys are now going to be at the Egg Hatchery. I did not make a name for this place, but I'm happy for anybody to make a suggestion for a name for an Egg Hatchery.
Hit us up, chat. What you got?
Chat, you got any names for an Egg Hatchery? But while we're doing that, you guys are checking in with, I believe, Terry Williams. And they are currently there. It looks like they're currently trying to wash off the wall of honey, but there also appears to be a couple of Pokemon that are currently licking the wall, so they're like, do I clean it or do I leave it? And they're like, you can see them just sitting there like debating while they hold a sprayer.
It's the I dropped an ice cube and have dogs equation you have to do.
It's like, do I leave it and let them enjoy it, or do I take it away because I know they're going to make a mess? And that's the current thought process you can clearly see on their face. You can clearly see there's at least 2 different side tangents, just to be clear. Pokemon behave differently toward things, so if something normally would kill a dog, please don't tell me. This doesn't normally affect Pokemon. But you can currently see at least 2 Fido licking the walls, and there's very clearly like a Ludicolo that's just like fully on the wall, just doing super long licks.
You're gonna want to run them. She says as she comes, you're gonna want to run them. They're gonna be really hyper for.
Oh, yep, I got you there. Yeah, we have a track in the back. Yep.
Hours, days, maybe.
I was going to just start washing the wall, and I was like, if I do that, then it's just gonna get on the floor. To be honest, I'm kind of in a daze here. Hi, you're back. I just recognized you. Yeah, sorry. It was Kiki, right?
Kimmy.
Oh, Kimi, my bad. Hi, Kimi.
I wanted to see if you were missing any eggs.
No, I'm pretty sure I checked the pouch pretty thoroughly. Their cheek is still really red from that slap earlier. Unless I'm misremembering, I'm pretty sure that your Pokemon did in fact slap them hard. Uh, yep.
No,
No, I'm pretty sure I got them. I got them all.
No. I not. I'm trying to come here to be like, it wasn't me if they are missing. When the Combi came and did all of this, were any of the eggs taken?
Not to my knowledge. Most of the ones that we had out in the rooms were secured. Like all the important stuff goes in the vault.
Have we checked the vault?
I was a little busy cleaning. I can go check. One
I could check
moment.
the vault. That's my cat attacks me.
That I think they give you this look of like, I barely know you and I didn't know your name a second ago. I'm not gonna let you in my vault is like the look they give you. Also, your Pokemon did try to steal all their other eggs. Why would they let you into the vault?
She's got an egg now. Look, it's an egg. We're working on it.
That's a cute one. That's a cute egg. Side tangent, Kimi. Did you want to roll for it?
I would like to.
Do you want to tell the Do you want to tell the audience what you're rolling for?
Oh my god. My Pokemon breeder stuff. It's the
Egg warmer.
The egg warmer. Thank you. I was like, oh my god, it's my breeder.
So a bunch of the folks here, their Pokemon have unique abilities. So they have moves. So egg warmer is an ability that a Pokemon can have that normally your Pokemon would not have it, which is ironic, but it does. So what you do is you roll me a D10.
Right. Where's my 10? Oh my god. Okay, I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2. The time count reduces by 2 hours.
Excellent. Baby.
So basically, just it being warm and comfy in its little pouch reduces the count on there. We'll deal with that when we get there. But so yeah, here, and they just kind of hand you a hose with like a sprayer nozzle. It's like, if you want, don't hose the Fido. They get a little bit musty. Ludicolo loves it. I'll be right back.
No, you cannot play with the dice. Sorry.
Can I
I'll do what I want.
Can I let Squiggles lick the wall?
I assumed Squiggles already leapt onto the wall when nobody was looking.
Like those old like Velcro suit things where it's just.
I was thinking Sticky
like,
Gecko.
Kind of froggy, like up the wall.
So they're gone for a few minutes. Is there anything that you guys want to do outside the shop? Anything you want to take a look at? You haven't had a chance to really take a look at what's going on from areas that you weren't around. Is there anything you want to do?
I think she's trying to look at what like everything's secured in. You're
talking about the egg shop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
What about you, Hevard? Is there anything you're trying to do as well?
Well, this individual did seem to be quite disgruntled. Sort of baseline emotion. The question here is, I suppose, since they chose this place as their testing ground, would that mean this is a familiar location? A convenient nearby location to wherever they're located? I suppose.
Is that something you're trying to incite from what you saw earlier, or is that something you're just
talking to the group?
Oh, gotcha. My bad. I was having trouble telling.
So I suppose a simple canvas of the area might be helpful, though that is little more than semi-aimless wandering at this point. But I imagine that they do have some level of resources. Not exactly sure how large this team gear is, or how secretive they are.
Best Boy's he's really good at sniffing. He's tracking via smell.
Good at sniffing.
He could try to pick up a scent.
He does have the tracker ability, and he has gotten the scent before. So Is there anything Eris wants to do just to make sure I don't ignore anybody, or are you just good to chill and vibe for a bit? All right.
Yeah.
Terry does come back outside like a minute or two later as you guys were conversing. It looks like everything is safe. Like, fortunately, it doesn't look like they got inside. The sensors tripped a little bit because of the vibrations, but I did a quick count. Nothing's missing.
Okay. I was just worried, just.
Nope, gotta check on the eggs. Honestly, I should have done that sooner, but I was just, I've never seen that many Vespiquen not in the woods before. That was weird. Like, have you heard anything about it? I haven't got like a notification about it or nothing, just that it was all safe.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're
good?
We handled it ourselves.
Did you? 1 second. I get the roll for myself now. Obviously, it's very credible. I'm just curious. 1 second.
Yeah, no, whether or not he believes the truth, it's look, that's a thing.
They rolled 2 1s.
We did it. It was us.
Sure, Kimi. Sure.
The Vespiquen told me what was wrong, and so I solved it.
The Vespiquen. So, side tangent. Talking to Pokemon is not a thing that people normally can do. So you just kind of announced like a crazy person that the Pokemon told you. So
Siobhan is aware, Kimi is not.
The Vespiquen told you what exactly? And as you can kind of see them slowly taking out their phone to like...
That there was the guy was holding a speaker that was bothering them. While it was actually activating the part of the... their instinct for aggression.
You can hear their phone turn on, because in this world, when somebody starts recording or taking a photo, it has to make a sound publicly. So it makes a little sound of that. Clearly sounds like a click, and you can. That sounds great. I'm gonna wash this wall in a bit. Okay, everybody, get inside. Fakasha, Rai, I need you to get inside, guys. Have a great day! They kind of grab the Ludicolo, and it just kind of drags them into the door and shuts it.
Nobody believes me.
You can hear the sound of a door lock turning on, and then the shades go down.
I'm going. Eris, just a quick question. If you could do anything to this building right now, what would you do?
What do you want me to do?
What do you want to do?
What do I got?
The way I'm handling your guys' inventory is, unless it's something that's like specifically a tool, I'm assuming you'll have things like markers, Sharpies, like you have your slingshot. You got little bits and bobs.
Don't want to break a window or anything.
I would say that you do have Sharpie pens.
I'm sorry.
Wait. Yeah, you are a chaotic 14-year-old girl. You gotta have glitter on you.
Oh, I can throw glitter on the honey.
There you go.
Take
They didn't wash the rest of the wall.
From the wall.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. That is a sensory nightmare, like chunky glitter and honey.
Yep. But if that's what you want to do, you can do that. But on that note, is that what you want to do to the person that's like, sure thing, crazy
like
lady?
The least destructive, because it'll wash off eventually.
In like 100 years, yes.
If it's a
but glitter's not like leaving like a mark on the wall. Like, it's not vandalism.
As somebody that's had to clean up somebody that's vandalized the space with glitter, yes it is.
I mean, in the eyes of the law, it is not considered vandalism. Trust me, I've looked.
But yeah, so if you want to vandalize the building with some glitter, you can do that. But so there, the eggs have not been taken to your knowledge, though they did mention that it did set off their sensors.
Mm-hmm.
But that was more because of the heavy vibrations.
that's the only place I know that has like a decent amount of like.
Oh, there's a bunch of different egg shops around here. That one was just the closest one to you.
I think.
Are you going to canvas?
She's gonna turn and be like, I need to know who's Eris. Where would the egg shop that has possibly the most dangerous types of Pokemon at there? Like, like the adrenaline junkie egg shop.
What do I
I'm
roll
going
to
to clarify.
do this?
So I'm going to clarify. It's not a shop. It's like
Sure.
literally like going to a dog breeder. So there's
like a
just to be clear,
hatchery or whatever. Yeah.
there's a slight distinction. I know it's pedantic, but like it's not like they just go, "What do you want?" And they just have a wall of wares. It's like an actual breeder situation.
Because I think someone's got something that maybe they're not supposed to have.
Okay, so I have to ask this. Are you trying to ask Eris to look this up for you?
If she's asking Eris in general, it would probably
'Cause I'm from
be
this
the
area.
technological advanced character who would go, I could just look
Jack.
it."
So I did
He
mention
has
it.
a Motorola.
I did mention it to you guys before that your phones are a thing, and there is like I'm not gonna say like an official, but like a kind of agreed upon forum space that like the Pokemon League uses, so people advertise there all that stuff. Eris, did you want to see if you could find the local egg places that might have the more dangerous things? I'm gonna specify that nobody's gonna publicly advertise that they're doing illegal shit.
Yeah, I wonder if I could find like any forums where it's like missing eggs.
Missing
Was it
eggs.
2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, the egg things were stolen.
Egg cases, yeah.
Yeah.
They're basically called
cases were
egg
stolen?
warmers, but I call them egg cases. Basically, because not every egg is going to want to be warmed. It's unique to the Pokemon.
So I would look up like forums of people talking about like if any eggs were stolen, whether it's by like companies or individual people who might be breeding shady stuff without saying they're breeding shady stuff. Within
Looking
the
for all
past
those
2
code
weeks.
words, all that fun stuff. The
Like the
digital
Pokemon
yeah.
equivalent of Reddit of like the past 2 weeks, what have people posted about eggs being taken or things like that?
The equivalent of Reddit.
Oh god.
Is it a tech-
Okay.
All
One
right,
second.
Atia.
For those people that are watching this in the future, I need you to propose to me what you think the best Pokemon version of Reddit would have been. I already know that for Google it's Goodra, because that's how I've been calling it in my home game. So what is the Pokemon Reddit name? Let me know in the comments down below when this is posted in the future. But yes, I'm going to say this is a tech check. Fortunately, this one's going to be a bit easier because it's more searchable. I'm going to say the DC is probably going to be around a 12. How many ones?
Plus 10. No ones. That is a. Do I have any? I don't think I
should be
have
a
any
plus one.
modifiers.
I thought that was a plus 1.
No, I just have 5d6. That's 20.
God damn. So you're like, hey, can you find me some stuff? And they're like, heard. And they just pull out their phone and you see like all sorts of like type. Are you a finger typer or a thumb typer? What do you think Eris is? Is she like this or is she like?
I mean, if she's like scrolling the form, she's just like straight up like, like types in her search with her thumbs and then like scrolling.
So you see her type for what feels like 5 seconds, but she puts down like 30 words and like just starts scrolling through. You'll see a bunch of different things for like people advertising that they're trying to hatch a dragon Pokemon. What are your recommendations? And most of the comments will be the words "don't." And you kind of like a bunch of people like, yep. I actually had a minute 46 on my timer, but yeah. So you're gonna see a bunch just like people going like, "What do you recommend for hatching dragon Pokemon?" And they're like, "Don't," and just stuff like that. You're gonna see that there was actually some chatter about the theft, and it looks like they were mostly talking about how because her lab is on the Nikea Island, and it was basically like discussing like that was weird. That shouldn't have been, like, why would somebody steal a case? Like, they're not exactly super costly. Like, they were medical grade, but that's still something you can generally get. Like, the difference between a medical grade and a regular egg case is just that the medical grade has more functions. But maybe that's why they took it. And so there's like a bunch of hypothesizing on why they would have taken it. And then you're actually seeing like some chatter about people that are trying to get certain eggs, and then you're just like realizing that's more just like your keywords catching a lot of different stuff. So most of it is just like discussing why somebody would steal egg cases out of everything, because that lab had a bunch of more expensive shit. And I just realized I cussed again. Dang it. I'm not supposed to do that. But on that note, we're actually coming up on the timer for when we're supposed to be taking a break. So I think on that one, while you guys noodle on that, we will be taking a little 15-minute break so the players can discuss and think about ideas. And when we come back, we will figure out if Kimi's going to get herself kicked out from other stores, or what are these guys going to get up to?
All right.
Sorry, Kiki.
Yeah. We'll be back in about 15 minutes or so, and if the intermission screen is working as it's supposed to, which who knows anymore, you should be able to enjoy some nice fun music and a glimpse into other shows that we have done here on Starmetal Productions. We'll be back.
I feel like we need to get I was gonna say, I feel like we need to make a failure screen that's just two Sable eyes with that like old school like black and white thing in the middle.
Right. Yep. All right. We'll be back in a bit, folks. Stay tuned.
Cheers.
Hello, folks. We're back. We are back from break. Not exactly sure where we are on the timer because I forgot to set one, but we have all done the things we need to do, and we're back, and we want to get on with this because we got about another 45 minutes or so to go, and plenty of investigation still to do. So without further ado, Pokey Professor Rayne.
So given what I've heard so far, it doesn't sound like you guys want to go exploring any other cities, correct? You just kind of want to check out this location?
I guess, because we had mentioned that, is there any news of this happening elsewhere?
So, nobody had, out of curiosity, when did you ask that? Because if you asked it, I did not hear you ask that question. But,
because, Eris was going in her phone looking for local stuff. Would maybe there be news popping up?
There would be news on there, yes. So while Eris is kind of doing that, there is going to be a news alert, basically of like the way it typically works is like each city is going to have like their own separate thing. There is going to be like a news tagged alert on each of the major locations of just some form of swarm of Pokemon attacking or invading that area of the city. For the most part, most people had to take care of it by attacking and or capturing the Pokemon that invaded and pushing them back. Manius had a bunch of different like Totodile, or not, had a bunch of different like aquatic Pokemon that go for it. Over in Xenos, there's just a bunch of Ghastly that just swarmed the whole place. So a bunch of like Pokemon just fully engulfed certain areas, and they had to repulse them. So it seems like every major city, except for the Nikea Island, and except for Agape, the satellite city, had some sort of large event happen. If possible, if you could pull up that map, that'd be great, because I don't think we've actually shown the map to the audience yet.
Yeah, so I'm gonna cover up our cameras here for a little bit, but here is the map of Duwala.
This has been made by the fantastic artist Raul Volpata. Such amazing work. We're going to make sure that we have this commented and tagged when it gets uploaded to YouTube, that everybody can check out their work. This thing is absolutely gorgeous, and I love it. So every major city, except for the satellite city, which is on the bottom right, the one with the active volcano, and the Nikea Island on the top right, had some form of major attack happen. While there wasn't a lot of harm done to the people, a lot of buildings were damaged to various degrees, and it all was Pokemon native to that area that basically swarmed a city. Most were repulsed either by them getting attacked, captured, or some mixture of like repel abilities. Notably, while each of these locations have a repel tower, it looked like they were forcing themselves past that. And it's just basically a bunch of people like sharing photos of like, oh my goodness, look at this. And there's like a wall of Ghastly descending from the sky, or there's like a bunch of Pidgeys, or notably for like for Manius, there's just like a swarm of like Goldines flopping onto the shores. Just like a bunch of water Pokemon. But that is happening in all the different regions. To answer the people in chat, they are currently on the East Coast. They are in Atia. There is going to be a place that is right next to the Nikea Islands that has a big old sound stage. Atia is a place of entertainment that is notable for its large amphitheater, and that is where they're currently located. I don't know if we have the "You Are Here" thing, but we are on the right side of the map where that nice purple stage is.
All right, yeah. So about center of the screen now. Nice purple sound.
There you go.
I zoomed on in for everyone.
There you go. But that is where the group is currently located. But yes, so while you're doing that egg thing, it'll pop up on your phone. It's like, announcement, warning, do, and it's just like a flood of people using like tag of Poke Swarms has been like the new tag. It's on the trending.
I'll like read it off as things are coming up. Like, hashtag PokeSwarms is like trending right now. It's happening all over.
The one that was the biggest problem was all the Avalugg that ended up going up to the top of do. Of course, I'm forgetting my own city's name. Sorry. There's just so much to remember. In Fila, the problem was that they had a lot of Avalugg. And if you don't remember what Avaluggs look like, they're just the big old dudes, like the big old chunky ice dudes, and they just basically rhinocerosed themselves through town.
All right.
That's not good.
That is not good.
Okay. Oh, those are cool.
Look
Oh, you look
this
at the
one, she's
Avaluggs?
covered in honey.
Yep. No, not familiar
They're
with
just
these
icebergs.
ones. Yeah, those are cool.
They're
Yeah.
basically giant icebergs.
cool.
They're scary dudes.
Yeah, anything after
but
Gen 3, I'm going to have to look up.
Yep, Avaluggs are just giant icebergs. They're very spooky dudes. While ice type is not exactly the strongest type, I would not want to mess around with an Avalugg.
No.
On that note, then there is going to be a push notification sent to everybody's phone, including Kimi's. Yours appears as a text alert instead of a big like notification. And essentially is this, if anybody has any relevant information about what is happening, please call this number. And it's just a tip line.
Do we call it? We call it, right? We have to call it. We know things.
I
Can I
suppose.
text them? Do they have a text hotline?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. I texted to the text hotline. But in a typical
think it's like
14-year-old way
Kimmy's-
where it's like...
If you did, it'd be you tapping 4 times to get each letter to be what you need.
She's trying to dial the phone number while Eris is already like, I sent a message.
Not
You've
that my
reached
message
the
was particularly clear, but it's...
you've reached the Duola tip line, and then your text message is like, "Hey, yo, fam, how's it going?" And then like, is that the kind of vibe you're going for?
Maybe not that. It's more like, okay, so there was a guy and he had the speaker thing, and the speaker thing was making the Vespa Queen angry, and we smashed the speaker thing, and I have the magnetic boots, and they're really cool.
So you're admitting that you stole all this property.
I have them. I just said he had these metal boots, and they're pretty cool.
Retcon. Thank you for messaging the Duwala tip line. You will be receiving a call shortly. Please do respond.
Ah.
And then a voice call icon appears on your phone.
I see her like, and just like hand the phone to like.
Do you answer the call?
This is Eris's phone. Kimi speaking.
Hello, yes, this is a video call. Do you mind taking me away from your ear? I love the earrings, though.
Oh, it's a FaceTime?
This woman is 20 years old and acts like she's 80. Speaking of a face. So she holds it out and like you see she's like
You see what looks to be a police cadet. They're wearing currently like a nice little hat, dress uniform. They look to be like at a computer terminal. Hi, thank you. We received somebody's saying that there was a creepy man with a speaker. I'm
think they're
assuming this
trying-
was.
Yes, it was that we helped the Combi and Vespa Queen, and they we have reason to believe that they might be going after rappel towers after.
Like, are the Vespa Queen still attacking the rappel towers? To our information, that attack ceded.
No, the people
we
who were
stopped it.
making the Vespa Queen angry. Aggression.
I'm sorry. People are making the Vespa Queen angry, and you can clearly hear them like tacking along for a report.
We have technology that they had. That was it was in. You hear Kimi like go, okay. Gotta go. She finally pops that
to yourself.
She pops that Xanax finally that she grabbed from the dressing room. She goes,
You're chewing it first.
My friends and I were in the tournament, and we had we went out to try to figure out what was wrong. There was a gentleman who was holding a speaker that seemed to be influencing the Combi and the Vespa Queen specifically, that they were to attack. It was an aggression kind of thing. It was a sound thing, and I know that the rappel towers are based on sound, and I have reason to believe that those could be tampered with because of it.
So what I'm hearing is that you currently believe that you helped to apprehend somebody and that you currently have evidence of a prior crime. Would you be able to turn that in, or would you like somebody to come to you?
We can come turn it in. Come turn it in. Right?
Right? Do I have your permission to activate the geolocation of your phone?
I think Kimi looks at Eris like, I don't know what that means. Just
Sure, I just hit approve on like everything.
Alright, just need to check before we do it, and then you just hear your phone bing. It looks to be that the nearest police station box to you is going to be about a quarter of a mile to your right. If you just go down that street, there will be an officer waiting at the front desk.
Great. Thank you.
Can I get a name for the report here? It says that this phone is registered to Eris. No name provided.
I am her. I am. She is in my care for now, not legally. Wait, that sounds wrong.
Are you saying you're not their legal guardian and you currently have a child?
I'm currently babysitting.
Do you
We're
have
on
the
same
parents' phone
Pokemon
number?
team?
Yeah. Do you say that aloud, Eris?
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
that's
on the
totally.
tournament team together.
Oh, that's totally understandable. No worries. Yeah, totally good. You're good.
Kimi Greene.
Of the arrow screens?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh,
No?
no, that's good to know.
Yep.
I'll make sure I'll take care of this personally. We'll be seeing you shortly. Bye. Click.
Why is that good to know, Kimi?
We should get going.
If you don't want to talk about it, that's fine.
It's fine. It's just my parents. They're sort of well known, and they're really good at their jobs.
My parents are in the
Fine.
woods.
That sounds
But-
so much nicer.
just to cover my bases, you
That's
received a text from both your parents being like, "We're fine. Got some great photos. Dinner's in the freezer." And then it's like 3 photos of like 6 Vespa Queens dragging off a dude into the air. The dude is your father.
Oh, just,
They're like wildlife photographers. It's a vibe.
Well,
Are you going to go up to the... What'd you say, Hevard?
Well, if you're unconcerned.
Now we know where Eris gets it from.
I suppose we have some evidence to turn in.
we do.
I suppose I'm not going to figure out much more with any of this either way.
I mean, I
This
think
is-
we got the the basics, or the best we can to put it in the hands of the people who can take care of it, and I don't have to worry about it and my name getting out there, being involved in
To the
this.
police station.
To the place. Did you say PlayStation or police station?
Police station.
Police station.
It sounded like you said PlayStation. I was like, wait, what? I feel like if you show up, that your face is just
PlayStation,
on the
same
edge.
thing.
There's just a photo of you saying "wanted," just all the mischief. But no, seriously.
I was gonna say, I feel like there's at least a good contingent of shops that have "Do not let in" signs somewhere behind. The
Must be
register.
escorted by
Doctor.
adult and or police officer.
I don't think Eris causes that much trouble.
We'll see. This is us mostly riffing. None of this is canon, guys. Anyways, I'm assuming you're going to go off to the police station. I didn't think you guys were going to voluntarily call the police, because then you have to give them evidence. But
I think Kimi would have been in more trouble if she didn't, and it came back that it was her.
hey, this is the fun of games. We get to go with your decisions. So you arrive at the police station. It takes you maybe like 5-10 minutes. It's not that far away. When you get there, though, you currently see what looks to be a person sprinting towards you, and it is very clear it's the same gentleman before. Very much looking like they came from a different station and rushed to see it.
Hi. Hey, you.
Hi. 1 second. Officer Nichols reporting for duty. You have evidence? Oh my god. My chest.
I'm going. Okay, hold on. Have a seat.
They are not heavy-set gentlemen, but it's clear that they are not somebody that's an avid runner.
Yeah, just have a seat. Put your head between your knees. Take big, deep breaths from your tummy.
Okay. My name is Officer Nichols. I'm here to take your full report.
5 breaths before you talk to me. You're not going to be able to do it properly.
Okay. I'm not going
you see Kimi like start to do like medicine on this man as he's struggling for air.
I'm not going to make you roll for it. This is very basic medical stuff. A few bits later, he finally catches his breath. Okay. Hi. I am Professor Nick. Not Professor. Oh, I'm nervous. My name is Officer Nichols. Hi. You're Kimi Greene, like of the Greens. You said that you guys took care of somebody. Are you referring to? And then you see him pull out like an actual pad of paper and a pen and flip it, and he's like, Jonathan Lockwick was the gentleman apprehended. Is that the ones you guys were responsible for?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was nobody at the scene when he was apprehended, so that's why we're curious. He was heavily poisoned and beaten to a pulp. Is that something you guys were privy to?
That's crazy.
Crazy.
We
Just
acted in self-defense.
I was about to say, just to confirm, self-defense is viable in these scenarios, and that would have been legally fine.
Yeah,
we
we acted
just
in self-defense.
Was the poisoning in self-defense as well?
He sicked the Vespa Queen on us.
So,
Specifically.
did he have when he was apprehended? His only Pokemon on person was a Mankey. Did we lose the ball? We need to make sure we have that in the report.
No,
Was
he had an
utilizing
item.
this.
I'm going to hand this over to Hevard. And I'm going to step back here so you stop looking at me like that.
It's
And
clear.
she's literally going to shove.
It is completely clear to all of the rest of the group that this person is absolutely staring at Kimi's green hair, or not green hair, pink hair, and is like that moment of like awe and enrapture. So this is a pile of junk.
Yes.
What is this? Is this the evidence?
This is the remains of a device
a
that was being used to incite the Vespa Queen.
So was he like shouting at him? Because like it looks like a megaphone with some bits attached. Like was he shouting at them? What was the deal here?
I'm not exactly sure how the technology works, but it seems to be some sort of subharmonic frequency.
All right, one second. And you can see him like pull out an evidence bag and just kind of like try to scoop up all the bits he can on it, and like gets a little pen out and he like signs it. It's like, all right, and your name, please, for the report.
Hevard Hart.
Okay, Hevard Hart. And your name
Eris.
and your last name, please.
I didn't come up with one.
That was more just riffing off the joke. Eris, no name provided. Okay, so what exactly was he doing with this? You say he was
Well-
controlling the Vespa Queen.
He was issuing instructions, I suppose you could say.
And then one of those instructions was to attack you?
General incitement of chaos about the town, but the ones nearest by, yes, we ran up to investigate, and in so doing, he did not seem to appreciate our inquiries.
I imagine not. Jonathan Lockwood was actually a wanted fugitive, so it is nice that we finally got our hands on him. He did try to burn down his old business. So yeah, thank you for that. We're glad to have him finally in custody. So I'm still a little confused on the fact that he's controlling Vespa Queen, but we're gonna have to let my superiors deal with that one because I don't know enough. But we can definitely get this taken care of for you. Can I get your contact details? And he's like clearly looking at Kimi. For the case.
Kimi is hiding behind Bubbles, who has been like
You mean your
Covering
big
along behind
angry Chansey?
just trying to just like, what if I just crawled in the pouch with the egg? It's fine.
The pouch is
I-
occupied.
Can I use my telepathy to just sort of nudge his brain away from Kimi? Not like an actual like verbal command, but just sort
the
of
jet.
vibe check him away from Kimi.
Let me check. 1 second. That's because that's hilarious, and I love it. 1 second. Telepathy.
Clearly pestering somebody who clearly does not want to be pestered.
You are absolutely correct on that one. So go ahead and give me a focus check real quick.
All right. Well, this is what I'm built for.
This is what you're built for.
It's an 18.
That'll do it. So the first thing you get off this guy, because you're kind of getting like the surface level thoughts. Kimmy's famous, actually. Kimi, do you want to tell them what your parents do?
I wouldn't be prying into his memory.
It's surface level thoughts.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's her parents are very prominent, like medical. Did I say researchers? Like they are.
I believe you said researcher and surgeon is what I remember, but I
yeah,
might be
like
misremembering.
they are basically like, you know, the top of the essentially the schooling that happens in Eros. They are like
cutting edge surgery type of stuff. Like they're in there, like
Right.
we have microscopic surgery going on with robots the size of grains of rice, kind of deal. From what you're gathering from him, his uncle was actually one of the first patients to receive a full double lung transplant in this area from her parents. So he's just like in awe of that, but he couldn't get into medical school, so he became a police officer. So this is kind of like, oh god, related to a person, they're famous. Oh my goodness. So you said you're going to try to nudge him a little bit?
Yeah, just put up a little bit of like mental blinders or mental leash and just give him a tug away. Hey, focus on me. I'm talking to you, you're talking to me. Just focus up, buddy.
So that, yeah. So this isn't quite a skill in the game, but I do love this line of thought. So give me another focus check. I'm going to say the DC for you to like gain his attention on you is a 10, and to completely like divert focus is a 15. Like he'll forget Kimi's here, not like forget, but like
22.
fully. Yeah, he's like, so he's sitting there like thinking about that, and the owner's like, and removed, and he's like,
Focus on
Kimi is no longer in his peripheral. So, anyways, thank you so much for taking that. Obviously, we're going to have to come back to you and ask for more details. So we captured him. Obviously, I'm low man on the totem pole here. Do you have any other details you can give us? It would really help us because like this is happening everywhere. Like honestly, low key. Like we didn't really catch anybody else. So like if the fact that this is caused by a actual person and not some weird strange event, this could be a key in the case.
No,
this could break the case wide open.
This does seem to be some sort of coordinated, large-scale event. In the course of our handling the situation, it was revealed that he is at least associated with an organization going by Team Gear. Sure, you noticed the
You're still connected to him,
branding.
correct?
Sorry, what's that?
So the way telepathy works is it stays connected until you disconnect. You're staying connected to him, right?
Yeah. Just
As soon as you
surface
see
level stuff.
Team Gear, his mind kind of flashes to all this bits of graffiti that have been popping up in various parts of Autia that he's privy to, that are just big old gears that look very reminiscent of the symbol, and they're all outside of like various forms of like tech shops and such. So he's just like, as soon as he's saying Team Gear, that just immediately pops into his head, like, oh, that's a thing. That's a thing that like. So as soon as you say it, he's starting to make connections from your verbal bit of there. Like, and so when you say that, so wait, it's an organization? I thought it was just like a gang or something.
I mean, a gang
That was just
is an
kids.
organization.
Oh, this is big. Shit, this could be a promotion. Like, that's what he's thinking in his head, but he's trying to be in his head, like, oh, this could be a promotion, but he's like, that sounds very important. I'll make sure I take a note of that. And like in his head, he's just screaming, like, I can get moved to sergeant. Oh my goodness. Would you happen to have known any associates? Did he say anything about where he was going? Anything like that?
He seemed rather focused on the nearby rappel tower. Something of
I
some
will have
import
to-
is likely to happen there within a week's time, give or take.
Obviously, we give a bit of due diligence to various Pokemon teams, especially those with badges, and because he's clock. Did any of you guys put on any of the badges that you were doled out? By the way,
Sure.
Yeah.
I didn't.
So he's gonna clock-
Mine are in a proper case.
yeah. So he is going to clock that you guys probably pinned yours on, because if they're on you, that's an accessory item. Make sure you account for that. You have soundproof if you have it equipped. He's going to clock that you guys have badges. At least two of you have them visible, and he's going to like. Obviously, we give diligence to trainers, especially those that have earned a gym badge. Like, I think it might be worthwhile for you to talk to my captain, because like if you know what's going on, if you already kind of have like some sort of connection to them, and obviously you, Hevard, you're obviously on the top of your field here. He's fully diverted all the energy he had for Kimi onto you now.
She is completely behind Bubbles as
No,
well. And she's
he
short. So she's just not even going to be able to blip his radar again now that
He
he's
has figuratively completely forgot you existed.
amazing.
And all that energy is transferred over to Hevard now. He's excited to you as if you were a famous person to him. But he's like, if you could talk to my sergeant, obviously she's the one in charge of everything going on in this region. We were going to try to move this up to the chief, but there's a lot of security going on for the recent event, so like we're trying to dole things out. Do you think you'd be willing to talk with them? Like, we could really do with the help. We could deputize you. Probably not. Like, how old is the child? Are you 11? Are you 12? What are you?
14? Right? 13, 14?
Your character's 14. You just look like you just look younger than
A
that.
gremlin.
You're a little gremlin.
Yeah.
1 second. Okay. But yeah, we might not be able to. I don't know the legality of deputizing a 14-year-old. Anyways, but if you could talk to my sergeant, it'd be great. I could just take you to the video call booth real quick in here if you want.
Lead on.
So he takes you guys inside. I'm vamping for time because we lost Shiv for a second there. But he's gonna like hand over the evidence. You can clearly like there's a clear transfer of property, location. It's all official and passing on. We just need to use the video booth. Is Bay 3 open? And like there's like basically he takes you into what is normally clearly a conference room. It is not any sort of like this is not an interrogation room. This is like where they would actually go to do stuff. And he just kind of like goes up to like this big view screen and kind of like just makes a video call. And you guys will see Officer Jenny in her full regalia, but she is now Sergeant Jenny. If I get the official titles wrong on police officers, please don't correct me. I'm doing my best here, but I cannot tell you all the different people. But there is Sergeant Jenny up there on the screen. Officer Nichols, I told you that I wanted tuna on rye. Why do I have a Reuben? Oh, wait. Who are these people?
Hi, I'm Kimi Greene.
Of the arrow screens?
Please, just let's not do this a second time today.
We were on scene of the recent attack here in Altia. We were told.
Oh, great.
We were able to supply more information.
So were you able to witness who took down that gentleman there? It looked like he got hit by an entire truck of Pokemon, like so many Dawn fans. Did you see who happened to beat him up?
We helped in the apprehension of this individual, yes. He was not only utilizing his own Pokemon in very unsanctioned aggression, but also was directly controlling a swarm of Vespiquen and Combi by association.
So
He
you're
needed to
telling
be
me that
pacified.
that person was able to control all the attacking Pokemon on the island?
I can't speak to the range, but it was at least the
just
nearby
the
Vespiquen who were. This is coming from Kimi, I suppose, but the summation would be that the Vespiquen was then influencing the hive.
So this is a united. And you kind of sit like they just start kind of like stuttering, and you can kind of see them tracing the line of thought in their head as they're like this was a unified attack. This is going to be a bunch of people working together. We only caught an individual. We didn't actually catch the others. So now it's like, oh great, there's a unit. If that's the case, then we need to. I don't have enough people for this. Look, obviously you're quite talented people. You have a gym badge. You were able to apprehend somebody. Would you be up to the task of getting deputized? We usually we'd ask teams to handle things officially, but currently we're a little spread thin here. If I could send you a request through the league, do you think that you could take on a bit of duty here? I don't know how to best ask this, but I guess, are you willing to help me deal with this? Because I kind of have my forces spread thin here. We currently have to help a couple gentlemen who have been currently stuck into a beehive on the top of the tower, and it looks like there's Combi inside of the entirety of the stadium, and that is going to be a problem.
I think one of the people trapped in that tower is her dad. So if you need any paperwork signed,
would your dad be taking a lot of photographs and screaming about how it's great for coverage?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's
My parents
that.
are wildlife photographers.
He's currently being hung by his suspenders. Hopefully he'll be okay. We have the safety net
Oh
up.
yeah, no,
We're trying to retrieve him.
him.
Okay. But if
Well,
we could,
we'll help.
that's good. So I think the first question I have is like, do you have any other details? He was kind of partially stripped naked when we got him. We assumed that he just got robbed. We thought he was just a strange hobo. Hobo is the wrong word. I apologize. That is an inappropriate term. We assumed he was a vagrant. My bad. I used the inappropriate terminology. I apologize, guys.
His clothes had poison all over them.
And did we strip him? I don't remember stripping him.
We took his
His
We took
shoes, his
boots and his
helmet,
but like he has his uniform on.
the rest of his uniform was tore up a bit. I distinctly remember at one point Toxel did bite him because you tore up his uniform. So he basically looked like he just got like just ravaged. But it's clear that his shoes, his helmet, and a bunch of his other stuff were like taken off of him. If you see somebody that's missing a bunch of their
Other
clothes
stuff
and
was
has the rest of them kind of tore up.
damaged in the fight
It was damaged in the fight.
to apprehend him.
Oh, is that what you're picking up evidence? Is that what you're doing, Officer Nichols? Yes, Captain,
Yeah.
sir, sir, ma'am. Just call me ma'am, for goodness sake. I guess in this case, I now deputize you under the name of the Autia Police Department. You have limited but certain authority to do a... I am currently forgetting the word, but that thing where you're able to take an arrest, a citizen's arrest. There we go.
citizen's arrest.
Me as the GM forgot the word citizen's arrest. Apologies, guys. But you have authority for a citizen's arrest. You just ask that you follow the due diligence. She's going to ask Officer Nichols to hand you a little pamphlet. And it says, so you've been asked to be a deputized officer. And it just basically has like a little walkthrough on the official duties. Yeah. You said in a week? Like, was there like a time frame, date, a signal?
He was not that specific. Within a week,
Within a week?
Seemed to
All
be
right.
the-
Well, I guess
give or take.
we're gonna have to see if we can set up some sort of sting then. Officer Nichols, make sure you provide them with the appropriate support. On that note, I'm now going to eat my incorrect sandwich. As she looks
Rubens
angry.
are really good.
It's not what I ordered. And then she's just gonna hit click on the call and it ends. I could have swore she
Go
wrote
for a
down
Reuben.
Reuben.
I could go for a Reuben. Who wants a Reuben? It's not much more.
That cafe still open?
The one that you guys were in when I got attacked and the window shook. On that note, I'm supposed to offer you support. And it's clear like he goes to speak to the group, but he doesn't even recognize that you're there, Kimi, so he's only looking at you two. I've been so you're supposed to receive our support. I'm going to have to get you guys some things. And he just like goes over to a supply cabinet. Be right back. And you see him clearly go into like the police supply cabinet area, and like he goes up to like the window. Anybody here that's watched a crime drama, you know that's where they dole out the guns and stuff.
Yeah.
And he comes back with a couple of potions, 2 revives. So you have 5 total potions, 2 revives. And he's also going to give you... so this is a stipend that you guys are able to use for your own due diligence. Though you do need to put in a form for what you purchased so that we can, track the sales. And he gives you essentially, like... Imagine a cashier check, but not a cashier check. And it is for roughly 1,500 Poké Dollars. So, sorry, 15,000, 15000. You do need to fill out these reports for us to allot what it was spent, and do be aware if it's not spent for appropriate, duty things, you will be asked to pay back the funds.
Very well.
So can I get your number? So I can contact you guys.
Of course.
Your
Can
door,
I airdrop him my phone number? Officer
Hey,
Nicholas's modem phone? Zoop.
I do believe I'm not allowed to have the phone number of a 14-year-old. This is highly inappropriate.
You
A
can
deputy?
have my
14-year-old?
I will give you my pager. I'll give
Sorry, who
my
are you?
pager. Excellent. Give you my pager, and you can ping me via my pager.
What? Are you have a pager? What are you, a doctor?
Yes. What is?
Oh,
I don't
good for
think
you.
she knows what Hevard did.
She
It's
does not
just that
know what Hevard did.
He thinks that she hid so well behind that Chansey that he just like peekabooed his way, like
Don't know
toddler
if you
instinct.
guys have told each other that you both have magical abilities. So I imagine that you're like, oh, I'm the unique. I don't know anything. And Hevard's like, I ain't telling her that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so she's just like, Are you okay? Do I need to do a cognitive exam? Who's the president?
Of Silphco? St. Croix, right? Isn't it still St. Croix? I don't think she got ousted during the last thing. Is Dominique St. Croix?
I think she does do like a quick like cognitive like what year is it? Who's the president? Like that kind of stuff. Okay.
Current president is Charles Chadwick III. I like.
I think we're
Yeah,
getting
she
off topic,
just runs
and
up.
this officer is clearly a bit overwhelmed with all the duties he has to perform today.
Yeah, that's.
Perhaps you should take a coffee break.
I absolutely should. And just to clarify something, because I know I misspoke earlier, I was correct. It was 1500-1500, not 15000. That was on me.
Like
I
15,000.
I was about to be like,
no, 1500 is.
We're taking that money and running.
I got that wrong.
it's,
I was right the first time, and I was like, wait a second, no, I said it right the first time. I am also not a math gay, as Arnica would say. I'm a words gay, and I just got it wrong. I was like, wait a second, I got to correct this because they're just going to go like, we're buying everything.
I was about to say,
1500.
we're gonna just, isn't there a town that has a gambling, like, a casino?
Yeah,
Like,
you
We have forms to fill out.
we have forms to fill out?
you have to fill out the forms for when you spend the money, because if you don't spend it appropriate and have the receipts, they will make you pay them back. But Prague,
Yeah, but we just need to
city,
make more money than there is, and we pay back. We didn't spend any of it, but we have made a profit.
Welcome to my TED
this is
Talk
me playing a
on
bard.
money laundering.
Welcome to my TED Talk on money laundering. For those that are curious, on that map earlier that you saw, the city that had all the fireworks, that is called the city of Prague. That is the spectacle city. Its main characteristic is that it is a massive casino and den of gambling. But you can find some things you can find nowhere else there, primarily evolution stones. But on that note, I think we are nearing the end of where we want to be, so he's going to be like, yeah, I think I could do with some coffee. My head kind of hurts right now. Like a lot. I'm going to go find some aspirin. And then he's just going to like, exits right there. Be aware that this is a police station, but have a great day. Talk to you later, guys. And then he just kind of like walks out, holding his head a little bit because you've maintained telepathy on this gentleman for a while now. And you kind of mind shoved him a little bit.
Did anyone else notice that he was... Don't worry about it.
I helped refocus his attention.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Sure.
He seemed a bit preoccupied.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
So just confirming, you have 5 potions, 2 revives, and 1,500 Pokédollars, correct?
Okay. 5 potions.
And those are the basic revives, not the special ones you can get from Eros. I think on that note, that's kind of where we're going to go. So it's basically just like, all right, you guys have been deputized now. Please help us because we're currently dealing with so much stuff. While it was quick for you guys because you took care of the major like spot they were all congregating. If you, because I know that before we send off here and do all the fun little goodbye things, I know Hevard had asked earlier about taking a look around the city, and I'm just going to give you these details. While the main amount of them had dispersed after the thing had been broken, a bunch of them were still congregating around Autia. So there is still like Combi and Vespiqueen like setting up shop and making nests places they shouldn't be. And so they're having to be escorted out. it does look like some of the rappel towers were broken, which is why they're still here, but they're not in every location. They're just in like certain spots where they were broken. You had mentioned earlier wanting to look around, and I want to make sure I cover that base because I don't want you to feel like I didn't pay attention to your request earlier.
What would you say the percentage of rappel towers broken? Like a minimal or like...
There's roughly about 5 rappel towers per city. They're basically on the outer edges of a space. And it looks like they basically took out about 3 that were on like the one side closest to the forest. And then the ones that were behind where it was going to be, they didn't quite get to. So on that edge of where those towers are, there's like a certain radius that they affect. And that's not where they're kind of avoiding.
Gotcha.
The rappel tower that you were told to meet him at was one of the ones near the forest. Or where he was going to meet up at was the one by the forest. But on that note, I think it's time for us to start doing our fun little spiels and goodbyes, right? I think we're getting close to that time.
Yeah, it's about that time.
In that case, I think we should obviously start with Jack because our dude is over here fighting all the gremlins. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get you a trophy at this point. You've been just trophy hunting them.
I'll take us out at the end with my own channel announcement.
You'll take us out
and all that. Let's start with our other 2 cast members. Where can we find you guys?
Siobhan, Eris, who wants to go first?
Hey, I'll go first because I went first before, and we have a joke in my relationship that my pronouns are me first. So I'm Siobhan or Shiv. I can be found on just about every website under Dr. Bubbles PhD, and feel free to give me a follow and see the unhinged things I say, like my pronouns are me first.
I'm
like
Melissa, sorry.
You're good.
I'm Melissa or Honeybee. Honeybee can read on most places on the internet. Or Honeybee Girl 122 on other places on the internet. I'm also part of another Pokemon TTRPG that's more based like a homebrew system of 5e, D&D 5e, and it's Dunsparce and Drampa anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Hey there, guys. My name is Rayne Grimm. Again, from earlier, I'm your fabulous Fennec host. I operate the YouTube channel Fennec Fables, where I talk about TTRPGs and do video game streaming. Currently playing through some Psychonauts, catching up on that fun nostalgia. If you can, please follow me on YouTube. I also am on Blue Sky under the name Rayne Grimm. My birthday is on the 23rd of this month. It'd be really nice if I could break 1,000 followers. It'd be really helpful. Please, that'd be my greatest birthday gift. Please follow me. I want to thank you guys for watching us. It was a blast running for you. I'm really hoping that we can all send our positive vibes toward Jack, who has been fighting so many tech issues. Poor dude, I'm so sorry. But that's me done there, guys. What do you got for us, Jack?
All right. Yes, thank you, Rayne, for another fantastic game. And likewise to the cast for showing up early so I could theoretically get some work done. And for a great session. I think we had a lot of fun tonight, and I'm looking forward to where this takes us in the next couple sessions. Hey, I'm Jack. I'm one of the producers here on Starmetal Productions. We have this show. Obviously, you will be able to, if you missed any part of this or would like to catch up on previous episodes, you can follow us on YouTube at Starmetal Productions, where we have this series. This episode will be going up. I think I've been dropping them on Thursdays. So check it out there if you missed any of the parts in the beginning or just want to catch up and join us in our own investigation and conspiracy crafting. Other than that, we have a few other series on this show that we have done, which you may have seen in the intermission. Undead Cowboys versus Werewolves, which was super fun, a game created by another one of our founders here, producers. Tal Woodblaze, so you can go check that out. That was, I believe, a 4-part miniseries. That was a ton of fun and really took a wide turn towards the end of the season there. And we have at its core a game of Substratum Protocol by Pandion Games. We had to take a little bit of hiatus on that because we had a number. The Venn diagram of life was almost a circle for a couple months there, but we should be back to getting towards the conclusion of At Its Core. I think we have 2, maybe 3 episodes, and those will be running Thursdays at 7. Yes, Thursdays at 7 p.m. EST here on Starmetal Productions. So you can come hang out with us there. I know Rayne also has a Discord, so yes, do go follow him on the YouTubes, his own channel, the Discord. I think there's a lively discussion happening over there in regards to the show.
We have actually just shared a bunch of the NPC minis for a lot of stuff, as well as some close-ups of the badges. So if you guys want to get a look at some of that stuff, do some theory crafting. We had some groups discussing what they think is going to be happening next. So if you want to get up in there and put up your own theories, posit some ideas, join up. They're a fun, fantabulous group.
All right, excellent. Well, I think that's all of the announcements I have. We are constantly working on new ideas for stories and series, constantly on the lookout for new cast members, new guest GMs. So if you're anybody you know or would be interested in helping us run some indie TTRPGs, we focus on smaller indie TTRPGs, creators, smaller publishers. Just get the word out and help broaden the TTRPG horizons. D&D is great. Pathfinder's wonderful. There's a lot of big publishers out there that can throw a lot of money behind marketing and all that. But there are some absolute gems out there in the much smaller spaces. And so I like to be able to show those off. Likewise, you can head over to RPGs Uncovered, my original channel, where I had a series specifically looking at and even learning and even teaching, sort of tutorializing indie TTRPGs. So I plan on moving some of that content over to Starmetal. But we're still a relatively small production team at the moment, so definitely more to come. I know I'm always fighting with tech gremlins, but that's because my ambitions are always outside of my reach. But that's how you grow, right?
We were super looking forward to it. Jack, from what I've been told and from what I had heard, had made a super cool overlay where the people that were going to be role-playing were going to be on the screen. But we just didn't have the time to get the tech to work before we started show. But that's not Jack's fault. Technology is an awful, ubiquitous beast that will not be tamed.
Yep. So whether it is in the latter episodes of this season or perhaps even future seasons, and that will be a discussion. But I do have plans for a really nice roleplay overlay and some fun little assets for Pokemon battles when we do get into a full battle.
There's a big one coming, guys.
Yeah.
It's coming soon.
So from the technical standpoint, I got a lot of ambitious plans that I can't wait to show you guys. And from a narrative and storytelling perspective, very much looking forward to where this goes and where you're taking us, Rayne, and enjoying the journey with my three actually, missed Arnica tonight, but the rest of my cast. Can't wait to see where this journey goes. All right, I've been rambling enough. Time to let everybody get on with their evening. Thank you for watching. Go check out the other channels. Press all the buttons with the stars and the thumbs and the bells or whatever. Let our AI overlords know that you like seeing our faces, and hopefully you'll be able to see more of them.
When this is on YouTube, do be sure to make sure you comment and tell us fun ideas. I'm still waiting ideas for different names of shops. Put those down there. That's really fun and helpful for us.
Yeah. We love interacting with chat and comments and all that. All right, folks. Happy time zone. Thank you for watching. Good night.
Bye.